After friendship follows disagreement. After enmity follows reconciliation. Good day, viewers, and welcome to my next episode. And today we're going to page 9 of PMP of August 25th, 27. It talks about relationship. And let me show it to you once again. All right, relationship. 4 steps to a happy love life. 1. Give blame a boot. Give blame a boot. In other words, avoid blaming people, or avoid blaming others. So, well, that's my understanding of it. I haven't read it anyway. Let's see. 1. Give blame a boot. Don't blame. Not him, not her, not your childhood, not yourself. Blame rejects responsibility, and everyone over the age of consent is responsible for himself or herself. If your guy is constantly unfaithful, don't even be tempted to blame yourself for being less than he needs. And don't waste energy blaming him for being promiscuous and making you miserable. Blame is all about should in inverted commas. Blame is all about should. Pardon me. I should. You should. He shouldn't have. Da, 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 da. So in other words, instead of blaming, you should rather say in your mind or to him or to her, I should. You should. He shouldn't have. Da, 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 da. Hmm? Forget that. Forget all that. Ask yourself instead what you can do to fix the situation. Indeed, I went to a Friday prayers and the Imam said that never think that you can have everything easy the way you like it. No, he said never you think you can have everything the way you like it so easily. Never. So this is similar to that. And that's why I call these signs in the tabloids or signs in the papers. So you see how related they are. This is no less than what the Imam said last Friday. Never you expect to have everything the way you like it. No. Okay, so let's see. Ask yourself instead what you can do to fix the situation. We'll go to number 2. Number 1 was blame. Now, number 2 is edit yourself. Edit yourself. Whenever you hear yourself use the following phrases, shut up and think again. And what are the phrases? I love him. Da, 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 da. Love is all about acceptance and forgiveness. Love is all about acceptance and forgiveness. No buts about it. No buts about it. In other words, I love you, but no. I love you, I love her, but no buts about it. However, don't give a partner too much slack. Don't give a partner too much slack. When in the name of love, you try to accept and forgive sailing in your sex life, never go to bed with a new guy. Never go to bed with a new guy never go to bed with a new guy, and if he is your boss, brother-in-law, boyfriend's best friend, best friend's boyfriend. Never go to bed with him at all. Uh, what is it? I can't help. I can't help how I feel. You can change how you feel by changing how you think and what you do. If, for instance, you feel abandoned because he's always going out with his friends, don't just whine. Don't just whine. Whine is spelled Whine. Mm? So uh, we go to number 3. Check your hearing. Check your hearing. I think you shouldn't listen to anything, just anything. If you listen to something, just brush it aside. Something that is not good, something that is not worth listening to, brush it aside. Okay, let's see. 3, check your hearing. In matters of sex and romance, always hear what he says, not what you wish he would say, nor what you've nagged, bullied, or bribed him into saying. Let me repeat that. In matters of sex and romance, always hear what he says, not what you wish he would say, nor what you've nagged, bullied, or bribed him into saying. I think you hear me. Your best will say, Shuba. Shuba. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 4. Number 4. Drop out of the drama club. Drop out of the drama club. Drop out of the drama club. Remember not to make tragedies out of sitcoms. Remember not to make tragedies out of sitcoms. Sitcoms spelled Sitkoms. Life is not all problems, complaints, and high stakes drama. It is up to you to keep your feelings in check, to know when you're feeling too slam, and to figure out how to switch your good humor and high spirits. And just how do you accomplish the latter? Sorry, and just how do you accomplish the latter? So the answer is following. Draw upon your sense of humor. Laughter. Laughter shared together can bind lovers more closely to each other than tears. Children or sent charges. Dash. The laughter shared by friends can do more to put worries in perspective than he than he what is this? Than he was boast prolonged. What should I do? Can I make sense out of this? Can I make sense out of this? Let me see. And laughter shared by friends can do more to put worries in perspective than he was most prolonged. What should I do? Well, I can't make much sense out of it, but that's what I'm reading. I'm reading what I see, viewers. So I think you can make your own uh, meaning out of it. Uh, Looking for love. Under that, we finish with that. Looking for love. Steady attachments. Steady attachments in love applaud loyalty, sincerity, fairness, and the ability to make sacrifices. A steady emotional nurture. A steady emotional nurturer is backed by a sense of reality. You can enjoy the relationship because you've worked hard to make it work. You can enjoy the relationship because you've worked hard to make it work, not because it just comes from like that. Okay. Then there are also points. So many of them. Hmm? So many points to go by. Represented by fingers rather than numbers. So one, sometime, sometime even in good relationship, our attitude and approach to love can vary, which makes for an interesting mix of energies and some unusual changes. So let me correct it to sometimes, and not sometimes. Sometimes, even in a good relationship, our attitude and approach to love can vary, which makes for an interesting mix of energies and some unusual changes. Two, a particularly interesting mix occurs in a relationship. A fuser and an isolator. A fuser and an isolated fuser. Fuser. A fuser and an isolated. Okay. Uh, then under it there is a fuser is a person who craves attachment. That's the definition of fuser in this paper. A fuser is a person who craves attachment. An isolator is someone who craves freedom. Okay, we go to arrow 3. When we mix a fuser with an isolator, one person is relieved about being a union, while the other starts getting shaky. I love that. I think I'm experiencing it. In many cases, I think I am an isolator. I isolate myself a lot. And I believe many of my viewers will attest to this for themselves, concerning themselves too. When we mix a fuser with an isolator, one person is relieved about being in a union, while the other starts getting shaky. The next arrow. Isolators need an exit clause. Fusers fear escape hatches. I love that. As you might imagine, this type of relationship is alive with conflicting autonomy and attachment issues. Next point. Couples become little figures. Constant Couples become little figures constantly advancing and retreating as if in a game. Couples become little figures, constantly advancing and retreating as if in a game. Next figure. There's the, the solution calls zones of safety. The solution calls zones of safety. Zones of safety, zones of safety in inverted commas. Here's how you can use safety zones to make a relationship work between a fuser and an isolator. In marriage, it can be difficult when one is a fuser and the other an isolator. Eh? One wants going out to mix with people, one wants the other one staying indoors alone. Mm. Sometimes it matches well, sometimes not. Mm. Okay, one, let me go back a bit. Here's how you can use safety zones to make a relationship work between a fuser and an isolator. One, have some days when you do things that emphasize togetherness and soothe the fuser in the relationship. Two, when on other days, when on other days, give each other move space. This will soothe the isolator. Okay, we go to the next point. Those who are looking for love won't spend much time in the selection, in the selection process. Those who are looking for love won't spend much time in the selection process. Next point. Under this under this heady influence, under this heady influence, when you when we see someone we think we like, we will quickly make our move. Yes. Next point. This is an experiment. This is an experimental way to begin a relationship. We don't really know what we are getting, and even more important, we may not be aware of what we really want. It's exciting, however, and passionate for the movement. Next point. Be careful if you're feeling impulsive. Be careful if you're feeling impulsive. If you move too quickly, your advance could turn into a misadventure. If you move too quickly, your adventure could turn into a misadventure. Next point. We all march to a different beat, and for each of us, our feelings seem right. Next point. When others have emotions when others have emotions that are different from our own, we can respect their feelings. Next point, next and last point, the last point. We can't expect everyone to act or feel as we do. These are important pieces of advice that we forget about. We all know, but we forget about them. Mm. We can't expect everyone to act or feel as we do, but we can do our best to understand them. That will help us to better understand ourselves as well. So life is not that easy. No. Whether you are alone, you are two, you are three, you are four, no, it doesn't matter. Whether your wife is your wife or your brother or your sister, no. That's why there are quarrels in the families. Familiar quarrels. Sorry. I'm not feeling very well. I have a pain in my chest. Okay. Uh, let's go to the middle section. Uh, so this is under. Oh, I see. I've muddled things up. We have to go back to 4 steps to happy love life. 4 steps to happy love life. I did two only, and then I went to another section. So that section is complete, and that one ends with that will help us to be better to better understand ourselves as well. That's complete section. The incomplete section we did only two points, two numbers. We are now going to the third number of 4 steps to happy love life. And that section was 4 steps to happy love life. We did two. That is give blame a put. And the other one was edit yourself. Viewers, pardon me. I have to do that so that after confusing myself, I don't confuse you. Mhm. Okay, so edit yourself. We did it. Number two. Number three, edit yourself. I don't think we finished it. Never go to bed with a new guy, and if he is your boss, I think that is your boyfriend, best friend, boyfriend, never go to bed with him. I can't help now. I feel I can't help now. I feel you can change how you feel by changing how you think and what you do. If, for instance, you feel abandoned because he's always going out with his friends. Yes, this section is what I didn't read. So let's take off from there. Mhm. The last red portion was ended. The last red portion ended with go to bed with a what is it? Never go to bed. Never go to bed with a new guy. And if he is your boss, stroke brother-in-law, stroke boyfriend's best friend, So best friend's boyfriend never go to bed with him at all. That's where we stopped, and then that's where I stopped. Not we, I did it. That's where I stopped and then jumped to the other uh, section. So let me continue from there. I can't help how I feel. You can change how you feel by changing how you think and what you do. If, for instance, you feel abandoned because he's always going out with his friends, don't just whine. Oh, I think I read it. I did it. Okay, let's go to three. Check. No, I did it. I did the four. I did number four completely. I did steps to happy life completely. I'm sorry. Mm, I did it completely. One to four. Yes, remember not to make tragedy. Yes. Yes, I did. And sitcoms. Yes, I even spelled sitcoms. Oh, yes, I even spelled sitcoms. So that's all. No mistake. All correct, sir. That's in the army. Eh? All correct, sir. No mistake. Mm. All right. That's language of the army and probably police. All right. We now go to the last part, the last uh, third of the paper. And what is it? 10 tips to put the button back in your sex life. Very important. Lots of people complain about sex or lack of it, even especially married people. Mm. So this is good for everybody. 10 tips to put the button back in your sex life. They are properly labeled 1 to 2, 1 to 10. Yes, where my finger is. They are properly labeled 1 to 10. Number 1, is your sex life a boring mess? You can bring the fun back to your bedroom by following these 10 simple tips from top psychologists. 1. Get a baby get a babysitter or house help and date each other like you were courting. If you set aside time to have fun again, it will rekindle your interest in each other. In other words, couples shouldn't forget when they started. Mm. The first time you met, mm, you praised her a lot. You liked the earring. You admired her lipsticks. You admired her smile. You praised her. Go back, far back to those days or years, to those years, and start doing the same. Mm. That's what that means. Uh, do I repeat it? Get a babysitter or house help and date each other like you were courting. If you set aside time to have fun again, it will rekindle your interest in each other. 2. Give your mate a suggestive greeting card. Sorry, give your mate a suggestive greeting card. It's both compliment. It's both a compliment and a sexual turn on. And a sexual turn on. 3. Plan a romantic weekend away from home. Plan a romantic weekend away from home. In other words, don't be always around the walls of your house. Go out together, hold her hand, charter a taxi if you don't have a car, go to the park, sit down somewhere and sip Coca-Cola or beer, like or beer, Coca-Cola or beer. My geography master used to say, eh? So you can sit down, enjoy Coca-Cola or beer, Mr. Gary. Okay. Plan a romantic weekend away from home. 4. Talk about your sexual likes and dislikes with your mate. It will help you both learn how to turn each other on again. This is similar to the first point, like going back to begin courting. Mhm. So let me repeat it. 4. Talk about your sexual likes and dislikes with your mate. It will help you both learn how to turn each other on better. Now, 5. Take turns seducing each other. Don't make the same partner initiate sex all the time. Yeah, don't make the same partner initiate sex all the time. Both of you must share the initiative to begin love. Okay. 6. Don't get in a rut. Rut spelled R-U-T. Don't get in a rut where you always confine sex to the bedroom. Enjoy it in different places at different times. Well, I don't know if it's biblical or not. If spiritually acceptable or not. Viewers, that is yours. Hmm? Food for thought for you. I don't know. For instance, instead of doing it in the bedroom, you go to the kitchen, go to the bathroom, do it in the hall, everywhere haphazardly. No, no good bachelor. No good bachelor. Eh? Okay. Uh, Let me repeat that. Don't get in a rut where you always confine sex to the bedroom. To the bedroom. Enjoy it in different places at different times. Okay. 7. Make yourself more appealing by paying special attention to your personal hygiene, the way you dress, and your makeup. Married couples sometimes don't pay as much attention as they should to this. For example, few men shave before they make love, but they shave before a business appointment. Yes, I agree with this point. And keeping clean, well ironed dress turns people on. Yes, for me, it turns me on. You see a woman, the dress is very nice, well, white or any color, and well ironed, and shining. Yes, and so about the men too. Okay, I'm sorry for that if I'm going too far. But shave before a business appointment. Instead of shaving before sleeping with your wife, you don't. Then after the mess with her, you now shave to go for a business appointment. If you shave for the public, shave for your house. Shave before your woman. Hmm? All right. Number 8. Massage your loved one with body oil. It will help your partner relax and ease away the tensions of the day, and it will help you both in an erotic mood. 9. Don't be selfish while having sex. Yes, don't be selfish while having sex. Rather than always making your needs the most important part of the experience, try to please your partner too, even if his or her desires don't coincide exactly with yours. Don't just go to bed, pam, 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 and you get up and start walking, and leave your woman lying down looking at the ceiling and thinking of the kind of husband she has. Hmm? When I was young, somebody went to the hall and slept with her. But then people heard shouts outside. People outside heard shout and fighting. The woman was shouting and talking. The man kept mum. The woman kept on talking. The woman kept on talking. So people had to go and intervene. And the one explanation was that when the man is going in and out, when he sees that he's coming, he stops. Then he starts again. When he sees that he's coming, he stops. But the woman wanted him to finish fast and go so that he will get a new customer. And he was laying. Of course, he paid as other customers will pay. Then why? When you are going in and out, when you are jerking, you stop when it's going to come. Several times the woman got angry and they started fighting. They didn't start fighting. The man kept quiet, and the woman was talked until people came and intervened. So that was selfishness on the part of the man. Okay, don't be selfish. I've done that. Number 10, listen up and enjoy yourself. Sex doesn't have to be goal oriented. Lighten up and enjoy yourself. Sex doesn't have to be goal oriented. Take your time. Yes, take your time. The fun is in getting there. You should strive for a certain amount of playfulness, laughter, as well as passion. Hmm? This fun, the fun is in getting there. You should strive for a certain amount of playfulness, laughter, as well as passion. In my childhood days in the secondary school, somebody gave me a story. eh, Mr. Konojini or Kotuja Konojini. The story was a virgin, two virgins, no, a virgin boy and maybe an experienced girl wanted to have sex. And sorry. And then the virgin boy didn't know the way. He couldn't find the way. He was troubled by the hair of the woman, causing pain. And he didn't know. He just didn't know how to start them. So the woman said, "No, take your time." So that's it here. Take your time. The woman said, "Take your time." When he took his time, the woman applied ointment to the privacy and then used the finger to open her private part and held the man's uh, stiffened body, which would have shot if he hadn't done that. Put it inside her. The man started jerking and saying, "Is that so? Is 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 that so?" Oh, pardon me. Sometimes we overplay. It's part of life. And may God forgive me. Eh? Viewers, some may forgive me, some may not. My knees are down for childhood stories. Is that so? 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 All right, we end here. Thank you very, very much for listening to my okro math. Till we meet again. Bye bye. Good day.